A neuroscientist and actually a very good physicist called Jack Kruse. And if you want to look him up, his name is spelled K-R-U-S-E. He's a neurosurgeon and I think one of the most understanding people about energy in the body. I sit here and I look out the window because he said look at the rising sun in the morning, because the red light sets the mitochondria in your body, and the mitochondria are these little engines in each one of your cells. I just finished my yoga and I've been reading various texts I have here in front of me. Most of them have to do with philosophy, understanding not only our bodies, but the energy that's in them and what animates us, We are not our body. We are not our eyes. We see through our eyes. We are not our mouth. We eat through our mouth. So we are not our mind, but we use our mind. There is something else. The Hindus and the Vedic call it Atma. The Christians call it the Spirit. So do the Jews. So it is interesting that most of our lives, we're so contained within the history of our past experiences, which is called the subconscious, that it controls most of our life, because our conscious mind always gets filtered through our past experiences. It is only when we're truly conscious of our actions and how they're affected by the past that we start to understand how we can improve. And I guess that's where I'm getting at today. This is the beginning. I went to the health club the other day and it's just absolutely packed. You give it 2 months, it'll thin out pretty quick, because all those resolutions will soon be forgotten by the busyness of each day. It's a time for reflection, it's a time for resolutions and commitment, but it's also a time to look at how conscious we are in everyday life and how we have to look back into our subconscious to be able to change the way we live and think, how we can improve. So I'm asking you to be more aware of how your conscious mind is affected by your subconscious. Over the weekend, we had a shooting, we had multiple drug deaths, we had some young teenager hang themselves. I talk to these families on a daily basis. I'll be going in very shortly, and I'm sure there'll be more phone calls to more families today. Those are tough phone calls. Those are people who are trapped into the pains in the history of their subconscious and cannot realize that it is the world that's driving them, not their spirit. You can only find that difference through conscious meditation, determining which room you're in. Are you in the subconscious room or the conscious room? And if you're in the conscious room, how much are you affected by the subconscious room?